Right, so welcome to page 4 of the speedsolving.com example solves forum page for Square-1. As before, we're just going to run through all the scrambles and I'll just give you my solution to them. And yeah, we have 16 scrambles in this video, so yeah, let's begin. Right, so for the first scramble, we have barrel. Got an odd count for CSP. So that's just good barrel, which is 2 slices. So a line like this, slice to kite, and one more slice to square. Now for OBL, we have T and cut. So for this case, we line this white edge just above this, preserve this slice, and then yeah. So from here we do a F on the bottom, then another D prime on the bottom, and one slice to finish off. Right, so now for PBL, we have G on top and Y on the bottom. This is just going to be 2 CP. So align both layers. So align the top to preserve the block and align the Y like this. So now we do NJ into JJ. And then we do JJ from the back with the bar flip. And just finish off. Right, so for the second scramble, I see I have kite, and my count for CSP is odd, which is just good kite, which is 1 slice. So because it's just 1 slice, I try to predict OBL. So you can basically see that this half of the kite will slice to join this half of this kite, and likewise this half will join with this half. If you trace it, if you trace it well enough, you can see that this big black bar gets preserved, this gem gets preserved as it gets brought up, and you see that this corner joins up with this edge to form a pair. Likewise on the other half, this corner will come down on this side, and together with this edge will form an arrow. If you can trace fast enough, you can actually see that this pair and this arrow actually give us a bad alignment. So it's bad pair arrow, so which is a 4 slice OBL. So entire CSP and OBL can be done in 5 slices. So yeah, of course, in an actual solve, I might not quite trace it fast enough, but yeah, I mean. So anyways, we have 1 slice, and then we can straight away go into the 4 slices for OBL. Yeah, something like that. Right, so now for PBL, we have G and R on the bottom. So this case, I will do NN with the block preserve. So for the G, we preserve the block, and for the R, we do not preserve the block. So from here, we do NN, and then we get J on top and R on the bottom. With the R in this alignment, I might just do JR from the back, which is like this. And there's no need to cancel into any bar flip whatsoever. So yeah, that's it. Right, so for the third scramble, we have left pawn and barrel. Sorry, not barrel, shield. Got an even count for this. So this is just line things up like this. 1 slice, and then another slice into scallop kite. And from here, it's quite straightforward. Now we have N. This is bad NN, which is 4 slices. So this is just CO into M2. Yeah. And then now we have PBL, which is, in this case, it's S PN. So, okay, a possible solution you could do is, or usually using the default method, you probably line things up like this, and you get a JJ, and then you do PK. With this case specifically, the alg I use, which I prefer, is actually AJ into YY. So we hold it from this angle. For this alignment of S, I put it in the back, and we do edge from the front like this, and we put PN like this. So edge into YY, and yeah, no need to cancel any bar flips or whatsoever. Right, so for the fourth scramble, we have left fist and kite. I got an odd count for this case, so first of all, I'd probably do a Y2 like this. So for odd count, we line things up like this. Bring this down to make 4 on 1. And then for odd count, we do a 2 -2 like this. And we join up to make a kite in the back. And from here, it's just scallop kite as usual. Right, so now we have bird and a Yoshi. This is bad bird Yoshi. So this is to line things up like this. Do corner M, and then 2 slices to finish off. All right, so now we have W on top and P on the bottom. So for this case, we just we break up this pseudo pair for the P. So there's a block here and a block here. So this is a pseudo pair. We break this up, and we just do NN. So W alignment doesn't matter. Just do NN, and you will get SP. So this SP is like this, and then yeah, just finish off. All right, so for the fifth scramble, we have 2 and 3, 2, 1. So got an odd count for this. So first of all, I'd probably do a Y2 from this angle, and then yeah. So for an odd count, what we do is we kind of line up these pseudo L's like this, and like this kind of shield shape on the right. So we bring this up, do a 4 on here, and then this is now square shield. Then from here it's just quite straightforward to reduce to square. Right, so now for OBL, we have hazard and bird. So in this case, we pair things up like this, bring this white pair across the slice, and then from here it's just 2 slices to finish off. Yep. Right, so for PBL, we have R on top, and this is A on the bottom. So if you notice, this is actually good RA or AR, whatever, because when the headlights are on the same side, the block is on the same side as well. So this block is on this side, this block is on this side. So that's how you know it's good AR. The other way to tell is that if you preserve the block here and you kind of preserve this block for like CP, you will have the same alignment on top and bottom. So that's another way you can tell. If it's misaligned, so like if the block was here, this would be misaligned. And then this would be bad AR, which you need to do a slightly different alg order for. But yeah, so anyways, this is just, in this case, good AR is literally just CP-EP, because you get good UUs. And yeah, that's literally it. Right, so for the sixth scramble, we got 4, 1, 1 and pair. I got an odd count for this. So for this, we just kind of line things up like this and bring this L shape, bring it down to make good pawn. And then from here is just, you reduce to square, just like that. Again, we have another case of bird hazard. So same thing, we line things up like this and then bring the pair over, and then again, 2 slices to finish off. Right, so for PBL, we have Y and J on the bottom. So probably I do like this, line things up like this. So 2 CP, JJ into another JJ. So JJ here, and then JJ in the back, like this, yeah. Right, so for the 7th scramble, we have well, similar fists. So where the fists are mirrored, like top and bottom. So this is just 2 slices, and because it's 2 slices, I would normally try to predict OBL as well. At the moment, my inspection time and my prediction time is not fast enough for 2 slices, but looking at this case specifically, if I really were to like predict, so first of all, I probably do a 4, 4, 0, so a 4 on top, slice, and then a D prime on the bottom and slice back. So those are the slices that I would do in this case. If you really visualize, you see that this corner will end up here. This corner, so for the top, for what's on the top, normally I should actually predict the bottom first, so that if I run out of time, I at least know what's on the bottom. But yeah, you see that this corner will go here at the end. This corner will pair with this pair and be brought up. So you'd have a corner here and a bar here, a corner pair corner here. That's black, which means on the top you have a right thumb. And then on the bottom, again, it's a bit harder to see, but if you really go and trace it out, the bottom will give you a bunny. So it's a thumb bunny. According to Oksawaki's video, this would be the bad thumb bunny, if you really look at the alignment. But yeah, realistically speaking, I probably wouldn't see all that in a solve. But yeah, anyways, as I said, 4 on the top, 2 slices, and then yeah, this case. So this thumb bunny, slice U, slice D prime, and then 1 slice to finish off. That's for this case. Anyway, so for PBL, we have J, and this is G on the bottom. So this is just NN into JJ, which I'll probably just do on the front. Yeah. Right, so for the 8 scramble, we got kite and left fist. I got an odd count for this. So to do this, we would line it like this, slice, and pair this to make a 4-1-1. And again, we do a -3-2, and then we do kite in the front. Right, so now for OBL, we have Hazard and Yoshi. So in this case, I would line things up like this, join this pair with this corner, and then do a T move. Oh, T move in any direction is fine, but in this case, I do it towards the right. And then from here, it's just 2 slices to finish off. Yeah. And then now for PBL, this is actually an EP case. For this specific case, I do a kind of this UU. Sorry, I did that wrong. No, sorry. I do this UU into this aj. Yeah, and that's my solution for this case. Right, so for the 9th scramble, we got L and right 5-1. I got an odd count for this case. So I probably do a Z2 rotation. And from here, it's just make scallop kite like this. Kite scallop like this, and then, yeah. So now, OBL is just an, EO case. So in this case, but the white corners are on top and the black on the bottom, which means I have to cancel into a slice 6-6, or cancel into it. So it's just the regular EO alg, and then cancel into the last slice. Right, so for PBL, we have, what's this? This is VG, sorry, not G, A. So this is VA. So in this case, I would do JJ into RJ. Now, as for the alignment, from experience, you'll know that to get the good JR, quote unquote good JR. JR can be done from any alignment really, but generally when the top and bottom have different alignments, so kind of like this, that's usually the better alg. It's usually a bit less locky and a bit easier to execute and finger trick. But so to get that case, from experience, you'll know that the blocks have to be on opposite sides of the slice. So if you slice it, if you do JJ like this, this will get you like JR like this, which is not great. So if you want good JR, you want the blocks to be on opposite side. For VA, this case specifically, you want the blocks to be on opposite sides of the slice. Yeah, so basically, yeah, just JJ. And then now you have the good alignment for JR. And yeah, no bar flip. All right, so for the 10th scramble, we have 6 and line on the bottom. So for this case, I got an odd count for CSP, which is just to pair this line to make 8 on top, and we bring the 8 to the back. For an even count, we would bring it to the front, but yeah. So for odd count, we do that. Now we have good pair, which is just 2 slices. So just 2 slices, and yeah. That's OBL. Then now for PBL, this is BB, which is a 5 slicer. So this is actually a very good scramble, and no bar flip for good measure. That's probably a very good scramble. Right, so for the 11th scramble, we got left fist and scallop. I got an even count for this case, and I probably execute it from this side, so Y2. And for even count, we just kind of line things up like this and reduce the scallop kite this way. So then scallop kite in the back, and that's how we reduce this to square. Right, so now bunny thumb. This is quote unquote bad bunny thumb, even though both bunny thumbs have the same slice count. But yeah, anyways, in this case, we do a W into a 1 slicer. Right, so now we have BB. This time this is bad BB because the blocks are of the same alignment, you see. So, but I mean, bad BB is still pretty good. This is just op into JJ from the back. And in this case, we do it with JJ in the back. So there's just a trick. If you pretty much all the op outs that I know of on that switch do op like here. They will do a U2 on the top as well. So if you want to do stuff like BB, you want the headlights to be on opposite sides of the cube. That way you don't have to pre-AUF again. But yeah, that's just a tip. Right, so for the 12th scramble, we have pair and left 4-2. I got an odd count for this case, and I'll probably do a Y2 to execute it. So from here, we kind of break up this 2 pairs, this shield kind of shape. So, and yeah, this pairs as it is in the middle of this side of the slice. So then this is just barrel. I keep saying barrel. Shield. Then yeah, again, from here, it's quite straightforward. Right, so now for OBL, we have tie and kite. I think that's the name. So in this case, we line things up like this. So like this corner should be diagonally opposite from the knot of the tie. So from here, we do slice, small D prime, slice, and another small move in the same direction, and then 2 slices to finish off. Yeah. Right, so for PBL, we have KK. In fact, this is good KK, which is a 5 slicer, but because the bar is not flipped, we need to cancel into the bar flip. So yeah, so just KK like this, and then ABF at the end. Yeah, that's it. Right, so for the 13th scramble, we have 3-2-1 on top and L on the bottom. First of all, I'd probably do a Y2 to, yeah. No matter odd or even, I would do a Y2. And after counting, I got a odd count, which is just one slice to square shield, and from here it just reduces just like that. Right, so now with Yoshi shell, so for this case we line this shell with this pseudo shell, and then from here it's just 2 slices to finish off. I usually do a capital D move, though you could also make do with a small D move. This does the same thing, but it'll give you a slightly different PBL. But yeah, the one I usually use is just capital D, or maybe capital U or U prime in different alignments. Anyways, yeah. So now we have PBL. This is just DP. So for this case, we preserve the blocks of the D, but we break up this part of the P. So effectively, we're preserving this block instead of this block of the P. So doing this will get you, JJ here will get you op, and then from here, just 3 slices, and yeah, that's it. Right, so for the 14 scramble, we got left pawn on top and right fist on the bottom. Got an even count for CSP, so I would do a Y2 rotation, align things like this, and this is 1 slice into shield square. So from here, it's just 3 slices. Right, so for OBL now we have Bird and Yoshi on the bottom. So this bad Bird Yoshi, align this, do 2-2, and then from here it's just 2 slices to finish off. Right, so now for PBL, we have D on top and W on the bottom. So I'm going to do JJ into KK. From experience, I know that, because to get this into K, you need to do J. You do J from this side, where the blocks are here. You want to do J on the other side. And for W, you do J in between where the opposite colored edges are. So either here or here. That's where you want to do JJ from. So it makes sense then to do JJ in the back. Now to do JJ for D, you need to break up this like pseudo pair, this opposite colored pair. And from experience, I know that you actually need to misalign the 2 layers. So if the top is aligned, in this case it is, you don't do it with the W align. You need to do the W misalign. So you need to choose this alignment. Yeah, so JJ from the back. This gives us KK. And you need to cancel the bar flip for this case. But yeah. Right, so for the 15 scramble, we have mushroom or muffin and kite on the bottom. So I got an odd count for this. So first of all, I'd probably rotate, because I usually execute with the kite facing this way. And I'd rather do U moves than D moves, so yeah. So we do this, line this line to pair up with this line. And we do a 2, 3. And then for the odd alg, so for both algs it proceeds like this, but for the odd count alg, we do a 2 on top. For the even out, we actually do it the other way, a -2 instead. So this gives us barrel from the back. And yeah, from here we just reduce to square. Right, so now for OBL, we have right axe, which is just 1 slice into gem. And this alg just goes like that. Yeah, that's very not the best execution of that alg, but yeah. So now we have for PBL, we have AV, and we encountered this case before. Like I said, JJ into JR, and we want the blocks to be on opposite sides of the slice. JJ and then JR, and there's no bar flip. Yeah. Right, so for the last scramble, we have right fist and barrel. I got an odd count for this. So to do this, we line things like this. I normally execute this with this line kind of thing on the fist on the right side. So we pair this pair with this L, like this. and then this reduces to, we do that, and this reduces to full 2. So for the odd out, we reduce this to barrel, barrel. I keep saying barrel, barrel. Shield, shield. And then, yeah. Oops. Yeah, and then so on and so forth. Right, so now we have OBL, left axe, left knight. So this is a 3 slicer. Align things like this. This knight with this L kind of on the other side of the slice from the axe. So slice, U prime, slice, and then 1 slice to finish off. Right, so now for PBL, this is PJ, and this is D. So this is just, I would do adj into JJ. This is one of the easy cases. So you do adj either from here or here, and in this instance, I think here is a bit better. Of course, you just do adj here. So adj, and then JJ, then ABF, and that's it.